whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
I was still doing that deep dive, trying to figure out exactly why a Delray Beach fire truck was on the tracks when a Brightline train plowed into it. Slowly getting a little bit more information. They have at least identified the individuals who were involved with operating the fire truck. They've got the engineer who was driving, the driver engineer, and then the train engineer. So both those names have now come out. They also said that the person from the Delray Beach Fire is among 4 fire department employees that have been placed on administrative leave as they investigate a little bit further. But the vice mayor of Delray has raised concern after she looked into other employees of the fire department who have had their licenses suspended. She said 10 members of the fire department did not have a valid driver's license.
Oh.
Whoops.
And
look into that.
That's not good.
Yeah, so now they've issued a directive requiring fire department employees to report any license suspension within 24 hours. Yeah, they don't want bad drivers operating their $1 million fire trucks and driving them onto train tracks anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you got the NTSB looking into it, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and they still don't know if the fire truck was responding to an emergency or not, or at least they haven't released that information.
I hope they were.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
All of this wasn't just because you wanted to blow through the arm being down, because it was still down.
It's an odd thing, and the only thing that I can guess from looking at this video is some people see it as a challenge, I guess. It's the dumbest challenge, but people see those arms come down at the railroad crossings, and they decide instead to speed up. There was a dude that was in the tiniest of cars that the arms are down. There's a bunch of cars lined up, acknowledging, recognizing, and paying respect to the Brightline. This guy goes into a lane, like in the wrong way lane, and thinks he's going to run through it. And of course he does not. The Brightline plows the back end of his car, sends him spinning. He had to be sent to the hospital with serious injuries. Like, what a moron. Like, what are you thinking?
Y'all, the Brightline has a kill count.
Over 100.
Do you?
And it goes by so quick. It's not like this long train.
Right. Yeah, even, where it was. This was at North Miami Beach at Northeast 163rd Street and Biscayne Boulevard. But anywhere, it's still fast. Just I don't get what people are doing. I mean, it was just a flagrant violation.
It's such a good point. It is not a long train. Seriously.
Yeah.
It goes so fast, and that's why it does so much damage. You're not going to be there for long. It's not a freight train.
It'd be interesting to hear the person driving going, I wasn't paying attention, or I was on drugs, or whatever, because how can you think you can outrun that?
I don't know how you justify
How?
it. Yeah, just don't even know. It's crazy. Police in Cape Coral, Florida are investigating an incident where a driver was caught on a video driving the wrong way on a sidewalk along Chiquita Boulevard on Sunday morning.
On the sidewalk?
And going the wrong way.
Yeah, you can't do that.
The drivers in South Florida are absolutely insane. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we drive like this around here.
Oh, you must be on crack.
I wonder what the percentage of people on drugs, whether it's prescription or recreational, that are driving around. You think, everyone's doing it right, but no, they're not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a dude in Louisiana, 51-year-old Clint Ferguson, who decided he was going to let his racial nature fly. Started throwing out a bunch of N-bombs, and people did not like it. They called 911 on him, and somebody then stood in front of his car as he was trying to leave. He then drove over their foot.
Oh, my goodness.
And they said, oh, yeah, and kaboom. They clocked Clint right in the face. And it looked really good on his mugshot when they finally did arrest him. They don't say anything about arresting the person that punched him. But old Clint was charged with felony aggravated battery, misdemeanor hate crimes, and resisting an officer, and he's still locked up on $50,000 bond.
The dude ran somebody over, so if you can't defend yourself after that point.
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably how they justified it.
Oh, wow, that's a shiner.
It was good. They got him good.
He got clocked.
Yeah.
Wow. A bear claw hit him?
Yeah, they got him good. Yeah. I don't know why, if you're the principal of a school, why you would try to impersonate an officer, but that is exactly what 58-year-old Carlton Johnson did. He's now the principal of Cypress Run Education Center. He used to be the principal of Blanche Ely in Pompano. In fact, he was principal of the year one year. And on Tuesday, FHP arrested him on the charge of impersonating a law enforcement officer.
Dude, what's going on over there?
I don't know. He's had some other incidences, too. How he got principal of the year, I'm not really sure, but he had previously clashed with some parents and activists. In 2020, he was dismissed on a restraining order requesting against a former student critical of his leadership. So,
And then he got teacher of the year?
Principal of the year.
Or principal of the year?
Yeah, I hope he got it before all these incidences.
I think he probably did get it before all these things.
Yeah.
Maybe he went a little nutty.
There's a defense attorney, Nathan Williams, that got busted smuggling legal documents soaked in K2 into the Duval County Jail in Jacksonville. He was doing it in exchange for money and bribes.
What?
Yeah.
He was bringing like drug-laced paperwork?
Yeah, it's K2. I guess it's known as spice or paper dope. It's a wild synthetic marijuana. And you put it on the paper, and I guess it might be like an acid. You just drop it on your tongue, and it releases the whatever it is.
That is a creative way to smuggle drugs.
Yeah.
The lawyer brought it in on paper?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That is sneaky and smart, and I wonder how they busted him.
And how do they get a lawyer like that? Lawyer sounds amazing.
Yeah. Better call Saul. Patricia Williams got sentenced to 12 years behind bars after she intentionally torched a Missouri home full of people, all while using a bag of Takis tortilla chips.
Whoa.
I guess she knew that Takis would combust due to its high grease content. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
No,
I didn't either.
I can't act like I do. I did not.
Okay. No word on what her relationship was with the people she was trying to torch. CBS Sacramento sports anchor Jake Gadden was caught viewing some racy photos of Rihanna on his computer during the on-air interview. I believe it's part of the same photo shoot that you were showing, Virginia.
Oh my gosh, these pictures of Rihanna are delicious. So it's for her Fenty line, and it's like promoting her negligees and like lingeries. And here's the picture. That is super sexy.
That's the one we're going to recreate.
Jaybird is going to recreate that.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't wait, and so he was checking it out on his computer, and they went to him live, and he's like, yeah, blah, 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 spit out some sports info, and people are like, dog, what's on your computer?
You can see it?
Yeah, clearly.
Look right there.
Oh,
He's doing nothing wrong.
Clearly.
that's amazing.
Yeah, pretty good. And police in Saskatchewan, Canada released a list of absurd reasons that residents had called 911 in their town in 2024. Number 5 on their list, a person called to report that somebody had thrown their ice cream on the ground. Hello, 911. Number 4, a caller complained that their cat was being mean to them. 3, dispatchers got a call from somebody having trouble with their washing machine.
Oh my gosh, they just don't understand what 911 is for.
Number 2, a person called 911 asking for help on a math equation because they didn't want to fail their math test.
Aw.
And 911 dispatchers received a call from an individual reporting that their tambourine was taken from a party they were at. Grand theft tambourine.
That's theft. It is
Yes.
theft.
Hippie theft.
Hippie theft.
That's why they called 911. And one last quick pointer here. A travel expert says that pilots actually hate it when people clap after the plane lands. And it's good and bad. If they do good, they're like, well, that's my job. Like, did you think I was going to crash? And then on the bad, they think people might be sarcastic. If the landing was a little bit rocky and people are applauding, it's like, great job, dumbass.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
I think-
apparently, either way, pilots don't like when you clap.
They don't need your help in any way. They don't need cheerleaders. They're
Or maybe don't be so sensitive and let the people just clap because they're thankful that they landed. That's got nothing to do with the pilot. You could be a great pilot and still crash a plane.
Yeah.
They're being sensitive.
I don't like the clapping. I think it's stupid.
I actually hate the clapping, so I don't know. I don't know why I'm arguing this.
Okay.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.